Jim Bakker was one of the most popular televangelists in the 1980s. He and his wife, Tammy Faye, hosted the PTL Club, a Christian talk show that was seen by millions of people around the world. Bakker also founded Heritage USA, a Christian theme park in South Carolina. However, Bakker's empire came crashing down in 1987 when he was accused of fraud and sexual abuse. He was convicted of fraud and sentenced to 45 years in prison, but was released after 5 years. Bakker's story is a cautionary tale about the dangers of power and greed. He was a gifted preacher who used his platform to raise millions of dollars for his ministry. However, he also used his power to enrich himself and to indulge in his personal desires. Bakker's downfall was a major scandal that shook the world of televangelism. It showed that even those who are in positions of spiritual authority are not immune to temptation. However, Bakker's story is also a story of redemption. He has since apologized for his sins and has tried to rebuild his life. When his friend Jimmy Swaggart was asked what may become of him, he said,
"If Jim Bakker truly repented, I mean truly, honestly repented, most definitely, it will take a restoration time for anybody. And I don't want to zero in on Jim Bakker because it's the same for anyone. It would take rehabilitation, it would take restoration, it would take healing. But if an individual truly repents before God and truly proves himself, certainly that individual can come back and be a blessing to the people and be used by the Lord Jesus Christ."
In recent years, Bakker has returned to television with a new show called The Jim Bakker Show. He has also written several books about his life and his faith. Bakker's story is a complex one. He is a flawed individual who made some terrible mistakes. However, he is also a man who has shown great courage and determination in his journey of redemption. This is what he told his friend who visited him while he was in prison.
And the first words out of his mouth is, "John, this prison was not God's judgment on my life. It was His mercy." He said, if I would have continued to live the way I was living, I would have ended up separated from God forever in hell. Well, he proceeded to tell me how Jesus came into his cell this first year of prison and delivered him. I said, "Jim, I have a question. At what point did you fall out of love with Jesus?" And he goes, "I didn't." I said, "Jim, did you hear what I just asked?" I said, when did you fall out of love with Jesus? He said, "John, I loved him all the way through it." Now I'm a little upset because I knew he committed adultery in 1983 and I knew he was not living right from 83 to 90. And I said, "What do you mean?" He said, "John, I loved him all the way through it. I didn't fear God." And I went, "What?" He said, "John, there are millions of Americans just like me. They love Jesus, but they have no fear of God."
Please subscribe and turn on the bell notification button to be notified whenever I post a new video.